Many years after a disaster almost ended human life on Earth, people began to thrive again. Far in the northwest, a great distance from the central lands, there existed a legendary kingdom known as Huaxu. This kingdom was often talked about as if it were a perfect place on Earth, filled with peace and stunning beauty. The king of this wonderful place had a daughter who was full of life and extremely lovable. She was the kind of child who brought joy to everyone around her with her laughter and bright spirit. Yet, just like the young princesses in many old stories, she loved getting into playful trouble and exploring on her own. On a day filled with curiosity, the young princess left the safety of the palace to adventure into the unknown. Her explorations took her to a magical place called the Thunder Marshes, also known as Lei Zhe, or Thunder Lakes. This area was known for its peaceful water and breathtaking views, a truly magical part of the world. As she played by the lake's edge, she stumbled upon a huge footprint in the mud. Driven by curiosity and wanting to see how her own small foot compared, she stepped into the giant footprint. Immediately after she did, the sky exploded with a loud thunder sound, and for a short moment, a giant's face appeared from the clouds, smiling at her before quickly disappearing. Shaken by the experience, the princess felt as though she was wrapped in invisible bands, making it hard for her to breathe. In a panic, she ran all the way back to the palace. The following day, she discovered something incredible. She was expecting a baby, a story that reminds us of the mysterious births in many ancient tales. This miraculous event unfolded over 12 years. For 12 long years, the princess was pregnant. After this time, she gave birth to a boy who was half human, with the top part of his body looking like a person, and the bottom part like a snake. This child, Fuki, was set to be the main character of our tale, known for his unimaginable strength and unmatched wisdom. The ancients decided that the length of the princess's pregnancy, 12 years, would be used to mark one cycle of the heavens. They believed the giant footprint belonged to the thunder god, and the face in the clouds was the thunder god himself, making Fuki known as the son of thunder. Fuki grew up to be incredibly capable, quickly becoming the leader his people naturally followed. He brought about many improvements, and was always looking for ways to make life better for his community. During this time, people were still hunters and gatherers, which meant they often faced the danger of starvation. The environment dictated their food supply, and it was mostly out of their control whether they found animals to hunt or fruits and berries to gather. Starvation was a very real threat. Fuki was deeply concerned about this and spent a lot of time thinking about how he could help his people find a more consistent and reliable way to get food. His dedication to solving this problem shows his commitment to his people and his desire to improve their lives in a time when daily survival was not guaranteed. In a time long before the world as we know it, when humanity was struggling to find its footing, there lived a man named Fuki. He was deep in thought beside a river, watching fish and shrimp play in the water, wondering how he could easily gather these water creatures to feed his people. On another day, at this same peaceful riverside, Fuki's attention was caught by a spider skillfully creating its web on a nearby tree branch. He watched intently as the spider wove its web with precision and patience. Soon, a bug happened to fly into the web, getting trapped. The spider quickly dealt with the bug, securing its meal, and waited for the next one to come along. This sight sparked an innovative idea in Fuki. Motivated by what he had seen, Fuki started collecting vines from the area around him. With these vines, he began the meticulous work of weaving them into a net. This was no small task, but Fuki was driven by the possibility of what this could mean for his people. Once he finished, he tested his creation by throwing it into the river. To his delight, when he pulled the net back, it was filled with fish and shrimp. Overjoyed by this success, Fuki knew he had found a solution to a significant problem his people faced. Without wasting any time, Fuki went back to his community, ready to share this life-changing discovery. He taught them how to make their own nets, how to throw them into the water, and how to bring food to their tables. The community quickly learned and even found new ways to use the nets, like catching birds. But Fuki's contributions didn't stop with the fishing net. He also led the way in domesticating animals, teaching his people the basics of what would become animal farming. This knowledge greatly increased their food security, leading to a period of growth and well-being for his society. In those ancient times, people were often overwhelmed by the forces of nature. They would hide from thunderstorms and flee from wildfires, fearing what they did not understand. But Fuki was different. His curiosity about the natural world set him apart. Whenever there was a natural event, whether a storm, a fire, or a flood, Fuki saw it as an opportunity to learn rather than a reason to be afraid. When the mysteries of the world were vast and largely unexplored, there lived a man of great curiosity and intellect named Fuki. He was known for his deep desire to understand the natural world around him. Each day, he would make his way to the peak of a mountain close by, his eyes open wide, eager to observe and learn from the environment. His mission was to uncover the reasons behind the various natural phenomena occurring around him. On one such journey, as he ascended the mountain, an unexpected encounter took a hold of his attention. Out of nowhere, a creature that seemed to be pulled straight from the realm of myths crossed his path. This being, with the noble head of a dragon set upon the body of a horse, was both awe-inspiring and startling. Fuki, taken aback by this sight, named the creature the dragon horse and felt an irresistible urge to follow it, to see where such a mystical being might lead him. His pursuit brought him to the edge of the Wei River, where he witnessed the dragon horse leap gracefully onto a stone situated in the middle of the river. This wasn't just any stone, but a unique one, shaped like a disc and etched with a design that mirrored the ancient symbol of Taiji, the concept of yin and yang. This emblem, representing balance and duality, was composed of two harmonious shapes, one black and one white, swirling together in a circle. Interestingly, this pattern on the stone seemed to align perfectly with the markings found on the dragon horse's body, which were an array of straight and broken lines. This moment of alignment sparked a groundbreaking insight in Fuki. Inspired by the designs he observed on the rock and the body of the dragon horse, Fuki went on to sketch what is believed to be the original bakwa, or the 8 trigrams, placing the Taiji symbol at the center surrounded by 8 sets of lines, both straight and broken, representing 8 different natural elements and phenomena. He assigned each symbol to a specific element: Jian for the vast sky above us, Kun for the solid earth beneath our feet, Kan for the ever-flowing water, Li for the fierce and warming fire, Geng for the towering mountains, Zhen for the startling thunder, Jun for the gentle winds, and Dui for tranquil lakes and marshes. These symbols, crafted by Fuki through a combination of continuous and interrupted lines, were not just a way to categorize nature, but also a profound method to understand the complex interactions within it. This method, reminiscent of modern digital ones and zeros, hinted at the fundamental binary nature of reality. Through this singular event, Fuki not only forged a new way to perceive and interact with the world, but also connected the physical aspects of nature to deeper, more metaphysical concepts. His creation of the 8 trigrams based on his encounter with the dragon horse and the patterned rock by the Wei River marked a pivotal moment in human history. It showed that even in ancient times, there was an understanding that at the core of all existence lies a simple yet profound binary code, akin to the ones and zeros that would, many ages later, form the basis of computing technology. Diving into the basics of binary code is a journey we'll embark on in the bonus facts and trivia segment. Make sure to stick around for that fascinating exploration. Beyond the revolutionary creation of the fishing net, the introduction of innovative food production techniques, and the establishment of a system for predicting the future through symbols, Fuki took significant steps in reshaping society. He organized individuals into families and clans, an approach that greatly improved how groups of people were managed and led. This organizational structure laid the groundwork for what would become the foundation of future governance and political systems. Additionally, Fuki is often celebrated for his pioneering work in acupuncture, earning him acclaim in some circles as the pioneer of traditional Chinese medicine. While this particular recognition is a topic of some debate, the significance of his contributions to the field of medicine is undeniable, a subject we will examine in more detail in upcoming discussions. Regarded as a mythic forebear of the Chinese people, Fuki's role was pivotal in setting the stage for the future growth and prosperity of Chinese civilization and culture. In his twilight years, with great insight and consideration for the future, Fuki made the decision to step down from his leadership role, entrusting the guidance of the community to the hands of younger, more energetic leaders who were better suited to navigate the path forward. At the end of his time on Earth, Fuki's legacy was elevated to a celestial level. He ascended into the heavens, where he was honored as the heavenly king of the East and revered as the god of spring. In this heavenly domain, he governed a vast territory of 12,000 square li in the eastern heavens, solidifying his eternal influence and sanctity. In the rich tapestry of Chinese mythology, a striking figure appears repeatedly: beings that are half human and half snake. This image, intriguingly, is not just found in the stories of ancient China. Around the globe, in many old cultures, snakes have fascinated and terrified people. It's interesting to note that even now, a lot of us feel an instinctive fear of snakes. This fear isn't something new. It's deeply ingrained in us, a remnant from the early days of humanity. Venomous snakes, in particular, were viewed with a mix of respect and fear because of their ability to kill silently and swiftly. A single venomous bite could mean death for many, making snakes one of the most feared creatures in nature. And it wasn't just in the wild that they were a threat. Snakes could easily find their way into human settlements, posing a danger to those living there. Because of this, ancient people held snakes in high regard, often worshipping them as powerful symbols or making them emblems of their tribes and clans. This reverence for snakes stretched far beyond China, even to the indigenous tribes of North America, where, if memory serves, at least 9 tribes chose the snake as a totem or a marker of their community's identity. This practice of venerating snakes was, in essence, an attempt to make peace with these formidable creatures. By adopting snake imagery, our ancestors aimed to communicate a sense of kinship with snakes, suggesting a shared ancestry with mythical beings that were part human and part snake. We share a bond, they seem to signal to the snakes in the wider natural world, hoping for safety and understanding from these dangerous creatures. On another note, the story touches on the intriguing concept of binary code, the system of ones and zeros, and the combination of solid and broken lines that form symbols representing natural phenomena. It's not mere speculation to say that the Bagua, or 8 trigrams, had a profound impact on the development of modern binary code. Indeed, the Bagua and its unique system of symbols inspired the German scientist Gottfried Leibniz in creating the binary number system we know today. While the pronunciation of his name might be a challenge, the influence of the Bagua on his work is undeniable. This connection between the most advanced technologies of our time and one of the earliest systems of symbolism known to humanity is truly remarkable. It bridges the vast expanse between our prehistoric ancestors' wisdom and the pinnacle of contemporary digital innovation. Could ancient wisdom hold the key to our future technological advances? Think about it. Like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content.